it's time for you to start your videos again on YouTube. Oh hey, wow, the summer is over already. It flew by. I am just playing this game called The Floor is Lava on my phone. It's just like Temple Run but easier. See, watch me do a run. I screen recorded it. That's one of the features that I love about my phone that came out when iOS 12 came out, or iOS 11. I forgot which number was it when that feature came out. So now the Accessibility guy is back. I want to play for you this song by Eminem, but I can't because I would get in trouble with the YouTube police if I do. But until I get a copyright law, I can't copyright other people's songs, which is too bad, but I really love doing this. So as always, before I start my third year of doing this, I want to give some of the new people who check out my channel, who see what my channel is all about and why I made these videos on my channel. So without further ado, hi everyone, some new people, some old, so thanks for watching my videos again. My name is the Accessibility Guy, and my channel began 2.5 years ago, thoughts before COVID hit in 2019, which my first video ever was done on March 7th of that year. I like that YouTube keeps all of the dates of all the videos that people has made. So my channel is all about tech, like my favorite tech company is Apple. I am kind of obsessed with all things from Apple. I don't have my collection of iPod Touches here with me right now because I am somewhere else. I am up at the cottage enjoying the beautiful weather and the trees and the nature, the birds and the different kinds of animals. So, but sadly something unexpected came up this morning. I will not be here for Thanksgiving. I will be back in town for Thanksgiving on Monday, which is too bad. I would love to stay up here, but I can't. But you never know what a day brings. Thoughts, why every day is a gift to me. It's a special. I don't know if I should tell you all this, but I will tell you all anyway. Exactly 11 days ago, before my birthday, I really enjoy listening to music and having my walks, but that day I never had my music on because my phone was low on power. So to tell you a short story, I have lots to talk about in this video. But to make this a long story short, I was heading home and I don't know what exactly happened, but I was walking on a crosswalk, but it wasn't exactly a crosswalk. I don't understand it. Also, I looked both ways before I crossed and a car came out of nowhere like a speeding bullet from those Fast and Furious movies, and it happened so fast, like a split second. But my my legs didn't move fast enough, and the car put on the brakes, but the car was sliding, and it made a sound like that shrieking sound, and I was at the left bumper of the car, and it hit my leg, and I said, "Oh shit, sorry." But I really did say that thoughts the only word came to mind at that moment, but the car hit my right leg, and I felt myself tip or fall over, but I didn't. By the grace of God, one of his angels protected me, and one stopped the car, and the other one made me safety across on the landing, so I walked over to the corner to walk back home, and I heard another car came towards me, but just in a second I was able to move in time. Wow, talk about a miracle. It was a huge miracle for me, because if that car didn't stop, I would have went flying and probably been very hurt or even dead. But I am still so young. I am only 24, just turned it about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I think, more like 3 weeks ago. But wow, I am so glad to be alive and live to see another day. If that happened, sorry, I am getting emotional, and that night of that day I was bawling my eyes out for a solid hour or two, and now I know that there is a God and he's real, and he loves all people in this world. He wants none to perish. I know that some people are wondering, did God create COVID-18? And the answer is no. I know that it wasn't a natural disease, but I know that most people don't think that, but it's true, and it is from Wuhan in China, from the group of scientists. I think COVID is really like we are living in World War III. Some people planned this to happen in 2020, and it's still going on. We are in the second year of this. I think personally it's a chemical warfare. And I think that the vaccines like Pfizer and J&J and the other two will kill off millions upon millions of people within 10 years or sooner. Thoughts why there's a bunch of side effects with these vaccines contain MMR. It messes with people, and you can't remove it from the human body. It stays there for the rest of your life. Now there's a new vaccine, which haven't been approved in Canada yet, called Novavax, and lots of great information out there about it. But some of us don't want to get Pfizer, and waiting for the Novavax. I just looked it up on Google on my phone, and said Novavax is the best COVID-19 vaccine out there. See, I will prove it to you. I took a screenshot of it. People on Google has been asking these questions like, what is the difference between Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, or is Novavax has been approved by WHO, which is World Health Organization short form. And questions like that. And the front line of this article about the Novavax says in big bold letters, the mRNA vaccines are extraordinary, but the Novavax is even better. I was just reading the article while I typed this for tonight for my opening video. And it says that Novavax succeeded in the Sheik, and there's a whole article about it, but my dad likes to watch the news every night before bed, and I always will watch the news too earlier in the night. So overall, I think it's safer for young people who are age 30 and above should be safer to get it if you really need to, but I don't want to be dead from taking it in 10 years, or sooner. I will be 34. I don't want it to end my life that early. I want to live until I am 103 to see the year of 2100. Thoughts my goal, and I really hope that I live that long. I just wonder what life will be like in that year. Will Apple still be around? Will the iPhone 91 be made by Apple? Well, if so, then it will be a total fully 100% glass paper thin solar powered phone that comes with iOS 93. Wow, crazy wow, and I think that all TV will be smart, and you can somehow make them invisible, and have no cords or wires at the back of it, and we don't need cash anymore. We just use our phones to pay for things. We don't need wallets. I will think some of those things will happen in the year 2100, and flying cars in the sky, and no need to buy gas at the gas station, and card will not be charged at the charging stations. They will all be driverless and run by solar power and lights, and we don't need cell towers anymore because we will have Wi-Fi even outside, which is crazy. So let's see what happens in 78 years and 2.5 months from now. I beg that I won't be far off. Thoughts a good prediction. There will be a free day every year for a day during the year, but under like $50,000 you can't buy a car or a truck, but you can buy the latest version of iPhone. Next year for my massive birthday, which is like a quarter, which is 25 cents. I will make a prediction what life will be like in 2050, and maybe I will share it for one of my videos during the start of my 4th year. So anyways, let's get down to the meat of this video, shall we? So as you can see by the title of this video, so I had a great summer. The sad news is that COVID is still upon us, but some of us think that if everyone get vaccinated, then COVID-19 will be over. That's not the case at all. If you take the jab, you can still get COVID, but you have got a smaller chance of the risk factor, and you can still in fact pass it on to other people. But I survived 2 years of my life staying at home. I can stay 1 more year at home or longer. COVID doesn't bother me anymore. This is our new normal and I am used to it. Mind you, some people online or on the news have been saying, are we ever going to get back to normal? And I really don't know at this point. Maybe someday, but not for a while. Maybe not even until 2025 or even 2030. So I think one day yes, but not for quite a while. COVID will one day have nowhere left to go and will die off. And we don't need vaccine passports. I get that some people want to get back to going to concerts and arcades and travel around the world. But wait a little bit longer, like all diseases go away eventually. So over the summer there was again no Amazing Race Canada for the second summer due to COVID, but don't worry, Google says the show will come back summer of 2022, which is next year, so yay. Fall shows have started already, and all of them are unlike The Voice, The Ellen Show. It's sadly her final season, which is Ellen's farewell season of doing the show. It's sad, I know. I love watching that show. I usually record it and watch it at night sometimes, but not every night. To tell the truth, wow, I didn't realize this, but today was her 1-month anniversary of her show being on WOW. I feel bad because if one episode is over, that means one less episode left of her farewell season. But I don't blame her, she has been doing it for 19 years. Thoughts incurable. Last season, which was season 18 in February, was her 3000th episode of doing her show, and it was great. Special shows like that I will watch live. So I watched it live that day. And it was super great. She had on Adam Levins and interviewed him, and Maroon 5 performed. It was a really great show. I wish I still had it on the PVR, but I removed it by mistake. So enough talking about my summer, but it went great. We had a brand new holiday on September 30th called Truth and Rikshunsushin. Sorry, can't spell that word. My bad anyway. So, and I had a birthday over the summer, and now I am a year older, and I feel the same like I felt like when I was 23. I have gotten a feeling that I will feel really different next year when I will join the Quarter Century Club. I am super excited for that. I want to fast forward to then in that movie with Adam Sandler called Click. I am not going to tell you about it, but except it's really funny. Adam Sandler starred in some really great movies like Me Tell You. Let me tell you all that it was filmed in 2004, but there is a sense in the movie where you will see if you watch it somewhere that says this year, which is 2021 from 2004, which that is almost freaky, but really awesome and cool, and the predictions for 2021 was way off, not even close. But it was really fun to watch that movie. I loved it so much I watched it not even a week apart, 6 days apart. Yay, I know, crazy. So that if you haven't seen the movie, you have to see it. You will laugh your butt off. The second time around, movies are always better. I don't know why. So, and also during the summer was the big September Apple event and the public release of iOS 15. With also some new Apple products like iPhone 13, iPad 9, iPad Pro 5 and Apple Watch Series 7. I was planning to get the new Apple Watch because it has 20% larger screen and it's bigger. But the battery is the same, hasn't changed. I said poop thoughts, my new clean swear word. So I have to wait until fall 2022 for the Apple Watch Series 8 to come out. I didn't have to upgrade this year because I just gotten the Watch Series 6 last year, and it still works with the new iOS or WatchOS, or I don't care about it, I think it's WatchOS 8. However, to update the watch you first have to update your phone if you haven't already. So what I want to focus on is iOS by Apple. Before I start telling you about it, I want to let you all know that if you're thinking about upgrading your iPhone to the newest and greatest iPhone 13, don't, because this afternoon on Google News an article saying that iPhone 13 models are not really good. Apple users are underwhelmed about the new iPhone 13 models, and also the new Apple Watch Series 7, saying that by a survey called CellCell, which I never heard of it. Anyways, it asked 5,000 iPhone users aged 18 or over in the US between September 23rd and the 30th what their thoughts about the new iPhone 13 and the new Apple Watch. 64% out of 5,000 iPhone users say that the new iPhone lineup is not very, or not at all exciting, and I would have to agree. On YouTube I saw an unblocking of the new iPhone 13. Haven't seen the unboxing of the new Apple Watch, but I will when it gets released next Friday on the 15th. My thoughts are it looks the exact same as the horrible iPhone 12 models of phone that came out last year. Except the new iPhones have got more dramatically camera system. Response touch feels like new again. It has got the A15 chip in it. It's more durable. A huge leap in battery leap on the Pro Max, 2.5 more hours, and on the Pro 1.5 more hours of battery life. New storage option, a whopping 1 terabyte, which is crazy. Imagine 136,000 songs on your phone, it's crazy. So and it ranges in price from $13.99 up to $3,000. Wow, thoughts nuts. Thoughts why Apple is just like Starbucks. Holy cow. Today was my 1-year anniversary of owning my third phone. I owned iPhone 5, iPhone 6, Plus and now iPhone SE 2. So wow, however, the iPhone 13 has got really cool camera features like night mode, which I have more zoom. You can edit in-depth photos after you take them, which is cool. It has got new feature in camera photographic styles. Wow, it's crazy, but really expensive, wow. Remember when phones used to be only $250? Believe it or not, I can have it on my iPhone with a program that hasn't come out here until November sometime. But wow, I would love to talk about the new iPhone 13 more, but the length of this video is pretty long already and I want to upload this video before I go to bed at 10. So I want to wrap this up soon. So I am going to talk about how many iOS Apple has put out over this summer. So Apple's last iOS 14 version was iOS 14.8, so that means Apple began their iOS 13 in 2019 by 2 updates. iOS 14.7.1 and iOS 14.8 was their last update before iOS 15 came to be. So even though I got an iOS 15 on my iPod Touch 7 back at the end of June for the beta version of it because I love seeing what's new and I didn't want to wait. iOS 15.1 beta now just came out. I removed my iPod Touch 7 from the beta profile. So I don't care to be a beta tester anymore. Next year for iOS 16 to be released at the end of June, I will download the profile again because I don't care about my iPod Touch to update it. I only care about my phone. So over the next 15 weeks my plan is to play around with all of those different variants of iOS and do some history for you all to watch. I am doing it because on June 27, 2021 was Apple's 15th anniversary of doing their operating STEM for their devices. So I am going to go back in time over the next 15 weeks from October 14 to February 3, 2022, and the following week we'll talk about the past 15 iOS that I had reviewed and a preview of the upcoming iOS 16 that will be released next summer. So but 2 weeks ago I found a program where you can actually download the very first iOS 1 that came out in 2006, and all of the apps work except for 2 apps, and the old YouTube Apple app and the iPod app for the iPhone only. iOS 1 back then was called iPhone OS 1, and for iOS 2 and iOS 3 then it was called iOS 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and so on until iOS 15, except iPad and iOS 12 was renamed to iPad OS 12 and now still called iPad OS with iOS 15, but for the phone and iPod Touch it called iOS. I wonder if Apple next year going to call the iOS iPod OS because it will be Apple's final iPod Touch 8, which is expected to come out sometime in May of 2022. And I am going to buy it. Doesn't matter, it will have no home button. I don't care, I just want it. The iPod Touch 8 will look like this. So rumors are it will look like the iPhone 12 mini that was released last year. It will have got a 512GB storage option. It will have a 5-inch screen, which my phone is a 4.7-inch screen. So that's it for this video, but I will use iPhone OS 1 on my iPod Touch 1 now on my phone for now. So now COVID update by the accessibility guy. For new subscribes or for anyone who is watching my channel for the first time. While COVID is going on ever since it began, I decided every week to give you a COVID update where I give you the tear down of COVID numbers across the world, and so on and so on. You will see why now. I decided to do it every 2 weeks because I don't really need to give you a COVID numbers every week, so I decided to give it to you 2 weeks, not each week. Now, since my opening video of my 3rd year, I will do it, but I won't do it next week. Do you get it? So now let's see what the damage is, shall we? Haven't looked on Google since I ended my 2nd year of doing my videos back in July. I usually start my YouTubing break in June like a usual YouTuber do, but because I was off for a few weeks in March this year, I decided to do it for a few more weeks, but next year we'll plan to stop at the end of June. So now let's see. Wow, oh my gosh, look at this. We are got worldwide COVID cases is 237,545,619. Wow, almost a 250 million people. Wow, thoughts news. Wow. In 1906, the Spanish flu killed 500 million people, and now we are almost halfway in terms of COVID cases. Wow, thoughts. Why, if you go into store have this bad boy on, sometimes you need to have a double mask on if you have to, like so. Wow, we currently almost at 5 million people died from COVID. Wow, I can't believe it. All I can say is wow. The exact number is 4,849,332, but TTHE good news that 214,633,110 people has recovered from COVID. As for the U.S., they had over 100,000 new COVID cases today. Wow, thoughts really high from when I ended off my 2nd YouTube year back in July. The exact number is 102,080. I wonder why, because everyone has been gathering and going to places. The total COVID cases in the U.S. is just over 45 million, which is almost 50 million, which is crazy. The U.S. has now received their first, and 87.2% got their 2nd dose, and the 3rd shot, which is called the booster shot. That's optional. You don't really need to get it if you don't want to. But for fun telling you 5% of the population in the U.S. received their booster shot. Now let's see how Canada is for new COVID cases. 10,140 Canada is today, and only 16 people had died today. 83% of Canada is fully vaccinated. Thoughts a wrap for me for my opening video. I am really looking forward to this year of doing my YouTube videos every Thursday night. go bust and go. By the way, the 2021-2022 NHL hockey season started on September 25th. Until next time, I am the Accessibility Guy, and I am going to use iPhone OS 1 until I do my next video. See ya.
Bye.